Another tool that is very interesting when it comes to using the big models of language is the Claude tool of Anthropic. Let's go here. One moment, I have mistaken the button because I want us to go here. Here, Anthropic with TH, anthropic.com. We have a free version and a premium version that has the same price as the others, about €20 a month. The model that is used now is 3.7 Sonnet, although we can use another that is faster and cheaper. Well, in the free interface that I have here open, I've connected with Google. I can tell it to write, to learn or to code. I can use the Claude 3.7 Sonnet or Haiku. The 3.7 Sonnet is, let's say, the one with a better price-quality ratio. And if we want something fast and something where we can have more messages, it's the Haiku. Here we have more models. These are the old ones, the 3.5 Sonnet and the 3 Opus, that is only in the Pro version. In this case it can only be used in the Pro version. I would use this one almost always. In fact, I use it many times when it comes to do creative things before using OpenAI, before using ChatGPT. I like the results more. For example, I can tell it to write me a bibliography. About, for example, the use of, well, more than a bibliography, let's make an introductory chapter. And the state of the art for a scientific article. About the use of MOOCs in the pandemic with apostille references. One thing I really like about Claude models is that they hallucinate much less than OpenAI, in my opinion. As always, you have to check what the model gives us back and not present a thing made by artificial intelligence directly, but use it to work on it. So take care about quality of the text that is going to give us. Note that it is already giving us the references in the apostille. For example, since I know about this topic, I know it's correct. Most of the time I've tried this, the references are almost real, none has been invented and they have to do with the subject. Look at everything that it is building. Well, in the meantime, let's take a look at the menu where I can adjust the text style. Normal, concise, more explanatory, more formal. I can edit styles, I can upload files, I can add them from GitHub. I can take a screenshot because it's multimodal for me to analyze. And then a very cool thing is that I can ask it to let me do interactive simulations, to GPT Chat 2. But this one does them quite well. Sometimes it fails, but notice that this continues to generate all the chapter. Challenges and opportunities, institutional perspectives, pedagogical transformations. In the meantime, let's see here the other chat that I've asked before. Here it is putting the references in a PA format. They should be checked, see that they are good, see that they have the theme in common, and so on. But it has saved us a lot of work, and it may have given us some references that we didn't know, that we should read and see if they are really useful for what we want. But it gives us a great help. If you look here, we can see that I've asked it to do me an interactive web simulation of Reynolds number. Sometimes it fails, sometimes it goes better. Here it is how to use it, how Reynolds number goes. I click here, it has made 2 versions. Look, here we have a tube where I put the density of the fluid, the velocity of the fluid and the dynamic viscosity of the fluid. And it's going to move from turbulent, changing Reynolds number, to transitional and laminar. Obviously I have not checked this. and I have not seen that the Reynolds numbers are fine. But look, I simply have told it to do me an interactive simulation web of Reynolds number. It stopped because the code was too long, and I've been watching how it was being generated for me. In fact, I can access the code if I want to review it. It decided to generate a pipe and a plate for me, but the plate doesn't seem to be working. It's not showing up here. Look, here it has given me the explanation. This one needs to be refined to see what's going on. It says the Reynolds number, and if it is laminar or other flow type, but it does not make us the simulation. On the other hand, this one does work. You could keep working on it to make both of them functional. Notice how little I've had to tell it. Obviously, as with anything related to AI, you usually have to iterate a bit to get the result you want. As I tell you, here we can publish the result, we can copy it, and it gives us the versions of what we do. Here we have the conversation. As I mentioned, we can see our previous chats here, and we're using the free plan. If we switch to the paid plan, we'd get access to more features. This is the Claude model version 3.7. While 3.5 was already good, the latest update improves on it even further. Sonnet. It is worth trying, as I have frequently used it for programming and text generation. Let's see if it's finished with the previous one with the bibliography. Well, here it is. It has made us a document that we have here. Besides, we can copy it and have all our bibliography available, which we can, and should, verify. With this I finish the demonstration of the tools of Anthropic Claude. You can use it for programming or for scheduling or for performing a search and create a chapter for bibliography.